All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Sunday afternoon, evening, wherever you are. We're going to be chill today on this live stream. Doge is up. That's a good thing, right? Doge is up. But we're also going to talk about ETH and Solana. BONK, Pump. We'll be checking other cryptos today because we've been concentrating so much on Dogecoin and its recovery over the past week from the flash crash that we had. Now that Doge is showing signs of recovery, time to take a breath, right? Time to take a little breather on a Sunday. And I know people are going to go, oh, it's Sunday night. It's going to crash on Sunday night. We don't know that. We don't know that. So chill, relax. Pull up a chair. Kriss is here. How's everybody doing? I'm doing good. Patriots won football game. For those who are football fans, that's what I was doing before here. And because the game ended early, I am on time at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock Boston time. So that's where I am. And of course, I'll want to hear what you guys think. But let me get through a few things first, as I always do. And then I will get to you guys in the chat, because I always have a few things to talk about. Always a few things to talk about. Yes. And thank you, Donald. Of course. Everybody, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. I appreciate that support. Thank you very much. Look, liquidity. The game is liquidity. And liquidity, well, that's in terms of leverage. Where is the leverage? This is what has been dominating the trading of crypto in October. It's been the leverage. Because you and me and everybody else was expecting October. And so the gamblers out there, those leverage traders, they've been piling in with heavy, long leverage trades, right? And that's what last Friday was all about with the huge pullback. And then we had another one just to get all the late arrivals when we went back down this Friday. So 2 Fridays in a row, we had big drops. And this is just looking at the Bitcoin here. And to take out leverage. So now, where is the open interest? It's all up here and up here. Huge open interest up higher. So I said I wouldn't be surprised if by next week we didn't have Bitcoin back up to like $115,000 and we're starting to take out those shorts. So we will see how this coming week goes. But that is Kriss's prediction. Of course, tomorrow we may have the end of the government shutdown, which Kriss predicted as well, because yesterday we had the No Kings Day and all the Democrat politicians could get out there and blah, 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 blah about how great they are and how bad the Republicans are. Okay, they got it out there. Let's get on with things, right? But we'll see. Politics is politics, and you never know, right? But that won't stop Bitcoin. Binance got all their leverage, right? That huge drop that we had. Binance got their leverage. Awesome. And then we had the second drop here to get all the newcomers coming in, or the revenge trading, right? That people did. All that revenge trading, new leverage longs, they got wiped out too. Beating them while they're down, right? Just beating them while they're down. And look, this is what happens with Bitcoin. Zooming out, looking at the past 2.5 years of trading on Bitcoin, we had the it's so over, remember, after the FTX crash, right? We had the it's so over. coming into the beginning, end of 2022 into the beginning of 2023, right? And then we had, up at 34,000, dropped all the way down to 24,000. Oh, it's over. It's over. Get up to 68,000, drop down to 48,000. It's over. We come up to $100,000. Remember that? We were live, right? When Bitcoin first hit $100,000, we were live here on KrissPax. Some of you guys were here. Remember that? And then it drops down to like 70K. Oh, it's so over. It's so over. And now we've got a new all-time high, 125,000. We drop down to 105. Oh, it's over. It's over. You get the picture? You get the picture? It's just, that's what's happening with crypto. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't call Bitcoin crypto anymore because the Bitcoin maxis don't want to call Bitcoin crypto anymore. And I'm just like, how dumb is that? That's just dumb. There's Jack Dorsey. It's like, no, Bitcoin's not crypto. Yeah, Jack, dude, you're too full of yourself. Get over it. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. Meanwhile, ETH has shown this strong, heavy resistance line, which ETH finally broke through in July and came back and retested as support on the weekly chart. Yeah, we had some wicks down, of course, but on the weekly chart, this is a very bullish looking chart for Ethereum. I mean, clear as day. Resistance, finally break through, retest as support, and we move higher. Can't get much better than that. How can anyone look at this chart and say it's bearish? There's not a single bearish thing about the ETH weekly chart. It doesn't get much cleaner than that. You have been coerced and manipulated emotionally into believing that it's over. This has been the biggest and most devastating mental onslaught from market makers, and they have managed to convince everyone that it's game over. No, it's not. It's not. I'm not only talking about the continuation of October and maybe ending the month in the green, but I'm also talking about the possibility of extended cycles, and crypto's just going to keep going up. That is a possibility. Yeah, the exchanges and the market makers will continue doing their thing, but we can still go higher. So what about Doge? This is the Doge market cap, the Doge market cap chart that tends to trade in kind of this upward sloping sine wave pattern. And it looks like if we follow, the market cap is going to go much higher in the next run up. That's pretty cool. I had not seen a Dogecoin market cap chart. Thank you, Trader Tardigrade. That's a pretty cool looking chart. So yeah, I mean, you discount, right, the big wick down, totally manipulated. Now we just go higher. We like that. Dogecoin is signaling a major uptrend, classic bull pattern that we have here. We'll be watching for that. Meanwhile, Dogecoin transactions cost less than 2 cents. And typically, if you're just sending a little bit of Doge, it's less than a penny to send Doge. It's cheap. And it takes 1 minute to confirm at the most. That's the maximum amount of time your transaction gets confirmed. Because every minute, what happens, right? The miners validate the transactions on the blockchain over the past minute. One gets awarded with 10,000 Doge. That's how a proof of work cryptocurrency works. Meanwhile, people are paying $30 in gas to move $100 of ETH and pretending that that's the future. ETH still is having trouble, particularly in times when the blockchain's getting all clogged up, which we saw a week ago Friday. Anybody who was trying to use ETH on the blockchain while we had the flash crash going on, those gas fees spiked up. So that is incredible. Now, ETH could be a great blockchain. No problem, right? I personally think they never should have switched from proof of work to proof of stake, but I get it. They wanted to speed things up. All right, speed things up. But we're going to see when Doge OS launches what happens to the Dogecoin blockchain. And we're going to see how they do their rollups and how they do their confirmations. I can't wait. How much it's going to cost to use the Dogecoin blockchain on Doge OS. I can't wait. Meanwhile, the popular meme, well, I like this take on it. Number one is Doge, and number two, yeah, there's no second best. There's no second best. It's just Doge. I like that. That's good. And finally, Top Doge is saying, look, Dogecoin is for life. Now, I know a lot of us are buying Dogecoin. With price go up, we're going to take some profit, right? We're going to take some profit. However, there are some of us, like William here, who might take a little bit of a profit and keep the rest for long term. What's going to happen long term? And Top Doge says, why sell your Dogecoin now and pay capital gains taxes when it's on track to outlive fiat? In the coming years, Doge will be the currency, borderless, fast, fun, and usable everywhere. Why trade the future just for a temporary gain? Real ones hodl. So there you go. There you go. Kareem, we don't know what's going to happen with Elon Musk. I'm personally thinking he will come back into the Doge fold at some point in time, but I'm not holding my breath over it. He's concentrating on other stuff right now. I think it'll come around when it gets to digital assets and cryptocurrency for X, for Tesla, SpaceX, and all of that. Dogecoin will be involved. But not today. All right? But not today. So I do have the pinger on, but there's not a lot going on a Sunday afternoon. There's some ETH and there's some Bitcoin, right? Got taken out on the little bit of pullback over the past hour, but it's just, there's not a lot going on here. In fact, the last liquidation here was pump, and that was like 20 minutes ago of any type of liquidation. It's just nothing's moving right now. And so, yes, we're going to look at the pump, right? Because that's in the title, right? Was going to look at pump because pump was actually making some nice moves. Yesterday came up and it's been holding up pretty well. Pump. So from Friday over the past 2 days, pump is up at 22%. So if any of you bought on that dip, that was a good dip to buy. Just, disregard the big wick down. Nobody could really trade that. So yeah, pump is looking good. BONK was the other one we were going to look at, which is slowly recovering. It's up the same as Doge, 3.8%, but has a ways to go to recover. It's been kind of going sideways, though. And then finally, we have Solana, which is also taking its time. So we can look at other cryptos too while we are here, but that's where I start today. How's everybody doing? We had a nice little pump on Dogecoin this morning. We had the initial pump, And then I made my video, and then we had a second pump later in the morning to come up to this level. We're at 1969 now, 1969. We'll see what gets to 20 cents. We're not that far from 20 cents for Dogecoin. So there we go. There we go. MyMiable, I will sell all on 11:15. Then I will start again with a MyDoge wallet and leave it for a couple of years. You've got a plan. That's awesome. Get a plan. Stick to it. Kriss is responsible for Elon. Of course I am. Because I'm a bootlicker. Remember, DB? I'm an Elon bootlicker. But what have I been saying? For months and months and months. Elon's a wild card. Doge can do fine without Elon. But, oh, my friend is here. My unknown friend is here calling again, right on cue. A little bit late today. But there he is. I'm not answering that. I'm not touching that. But whoever you are, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? I'm not falling for your game. Don't you have something better to do than to do these unknown phone calls? Do you have anything better to do with your time? Because you're wasting your own time. Monica bought the dip. Woohoo. Woohoo. Hello, hello. We are strong. Only the weak sold. Hi, Charlotte. Good evening. Happy Sunday evening to you. Perplexity AI says dollar for Doge in 2026 or by, you said by 2026. That would mean at the end of 2025. Interesting. Hello there, Nostradamus. Hey, we'll see. Sometimes I get it right. Sometimes I get it right. The big bear trap is over now, MGO. But 11.11 is the top. 11.11. Interesting. But MyMiable isn't selling until the 15th. We'll see how that plays out. The tax man is not going to like me this year. Oh, the tax man loves me. The tax man definitely loves me. I'm like, ugh. But not only do I have to pay IRS, but the Commonwealth of Massachusetts is one of the highest taxes. And I'm just stuck. I'm stuck paying the taxes. But hey, it's better than not making money at all, right? It's better than that. 1969? Yeah, well, now Doge is 1967. Do you have to pay taxes, Abby? Yes. When you sell and you make a profit, again, depending on where you live. If you live in the United States, the IRS is going to be looking for capital gains taxes, but only on the profits when you sell. If you're just holding crypto, you don't have to pay taxes. There's no unrealized gains tax or anything like that. Only when you sell and you make a profit. To be fair, you should blame me for the pump too. Yes, you should. There's a hashtag out there, hashtag blame Kriss. And I prefer it being used when we see big green candles. Thank you very much. You're getting tired watching the charts? You don't have to watch the charts. You just tune into me every day and you get caught up. There's no reason to watch the charts. Unless you're trading, of course. That's Elon on the phone asking for Doge advice. Yeah, I'm not touching that. There's no way I'm touching that phone. I have no idea what that is, but I'm not touching it. Borderline harassment? Yeah. I don't know what they're doing, but I don't get it. Christoph's talking food again. Here we go. Yep. I should just become a food channel, right? We just KrissPax food channel here. We just talk about food and we post food pictures, right? Let's just do that. Hey, Turbo. I watch the charts so much. I see them in my sleep. Dream I'm driving on the chart highways. Yeah, that's when you know you're a little bit too obsessed, right? I've never heard of Libitcoin stains. I don't know what that is. Raise them high, get those green bars up. Yeah, we got to turn this around here. Kind of been a sluggish over the past hour. We got to run up into Sunday night. Yeah, do I remember October? It's not over yet, my friend. Carol, we're not over yet. We can still have an October. First half down, second half up. Right? There might not be a top anymore. There might not be a top anymore. It might just only be up. And Bitcoin could just keep going up the extended cycle. That could be. We have to be ready for that. Exactly. Never blame Kriss. No, always blame Kriss. Thank you. Exactly. I'll take it on the pumps. I am a chart cheerleader. The crypto prince will testify. It's true. A chart cheerleader. I like that. I think it's my ex calling you as I wasn't picking up. Oh my gosh. Whew. Yeah, whatever that is, I'm not touching it. Absolutely not touching it. Because it's not coming in as a normal phone call. So I swipe left and block. But there's no phone number apparently associated with this. So it's really weird. I don't know. I just blocked again, but it'll come back in as another call. You started a gaming channel, Christoph, and you're going to talk food. I mean, who doesn't like food, right? Swing low, sweet chariot. How are you, my friend? How you doing? If I spend 1,000 on Doge and it's now worth 2,000, and then I sell 1,000 at zero profit, correct? Nope. That is not correct. It's half your profit. That's half your profit. We're going to talk in length about crypto profits and taxes in just 2 months. In just 2 months from now is going to be the epic KrissPax crypto tax live stream. And we're going to go in all the detail about all crypto taxes, everything crypto taxes. My advice for everyone right now is to make sure you have recorded all of your crypto tax sales, to have them recorded somewhere along with your purchases, because you are going to be more responsible this year than any time in the past of knowing all of your crypto, when you bought it and when you sold it. If you're just holding crypto for long term, that in the immediate now is not as important. But if there's any crypto you sold this year or you're planning on selling, make sure you have a copy somewhere. I prefer spreadsheets. That's what I use. But of somewhere you have an account in your own, on your own spreadsheet or however you want to do it, of when you bought all of your crypto that you're selling or have already sold this year. It's going to be more important. So you get a 2-month head start here to get your stuff in order. in the United States. So we will be doing that. In 2 months, we are going to do the epic KrissPax live stream. Taxes, crypto taxes. BP, I had a dream last night that I hugged and kissed Scarlett Johansson. You know, I'll take that over the charts any day. Steaks, burgers, and sometimes crypto. Yeah, Maramello, my live streams reassure you, make you feel comfortable. We try and have some fun. And I know it's money, right? You're invested in this stuff, but especially on a day like today, right? We had a nice little pump and now it's just chilling at a higher price. So we can relax. We can relax and have some fun. Are we going to see 20 cents tonight? Well, that is what we want to be here for. We should. Charts are looking good, but the bears will say, oh, Sunday night dump, Sunday night dump. Doesn't always happen. Got a 50-50 chance. Or we just go sideways. 33% chance up, 33% down, 33% chance sideways. And you decide what that other 1% is for. Warning, a huge $500,000 Bitcoin short opened, same person. Willie, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. That doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. But good luck. Yeah, Will, we've been talking about him. Brandon LaRoque. Yep. Yeah, it was an ElphaPal wallet. Shame on ElphaPal. Bad wallet. Bad, 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 bad. A wallet should not have an option of creating a hot wallet, especially one where you type in your seed phrase into an app. Never, 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 never. I think there's going to end up being a class action lawsuit against ElphaPal, is what I think, because now other people are coming forward who have had ElphaPal wallets and have had crypto stolen out of them as well. This is not looking good for ElphaPal. Not looking good. Of course, right, there's no proof exactly that it was ElphaPal's fault, but it's very questionable how that thing works. If I had an ElphaPal wallet, I would be moving all my crypto off of it so fast. So fast. Move it off. Put it somewhere else. Start an Exodus wallet, or something. Just get it off. That's bad. Brandon seems like a good guy. I've watched a number of the videos. Seems like a good guy. Tough to hear that happened. We might not have a bear market, Jfish. I don't know. If you go through the 4-year cycles, 2026 would be a bear market. Can't be guessing prices right now, Switch. You know I don't do my Doge price prediction for November until November 1st. So you have to wait 2 more weeks. Good evening, RR. It just seems like we did the tax thing. The year went too fast. I know, right? Here we are already, just 2 months away from Kriss's next epic crypto tax live stream. Oh. Maramella, you watched Brandon's videos as well? Yeah. Seems like a nice guy, and just sad to see that happen. The annual epic crypto tax live stream coming soon. Yes. Edward wants to see Pengu. I have not looked at Pengu today. I did not have Pengu in my title today. Came up today too. About 4.5%. A little bit higher today than Doge percentage-wise. But again, like everything else, flattened out when you zoom out since the big flash crash on Friday, just flattened out. So Got a ways to go to get back up to 3 cents. And then I will feel better. For Doge, it's not 20 cents. It's actually up here to 25 cents that we need to reclaim 25 cents. So got a ways to go on Doge. But this is nice as a start. You'd rather not sell? Don't want to give your money to Starmer? Understandable, yes. The Illuminati deep state is suppressing Bitcoin, ETH, and Doge prices. The Illuminati. I know. John Bollinger came out and is very bullish on ETH. I didn't see the Sol statement. I saw the ETH statement, though. And he doesn't come out and say things too often, from what I understand. So let's go. Should I wait to buy another dip? Is it going to dip, Lolo? We don't know. We don't know. But if you're thinking about it and you've got some cash ready, next big red candle you see, you should probably pick some up. So if you're thinking about it, I do not remember dreams. Johanna, I don't remember dreams. Every once in a while, I wake up and I have a kind of a quick memory and then it fades. It's really weird. Some people can really remember their dreams in detail, and I just can't, not able to. But I do have the memory of sometimes I wake up and I have a quick, just a quick memory of the dream, and then it goes away. Yep. You should be able in your phone settings to automatic block all unknown numbers, and you will not get the unknown caller note. Oh, really? There's a setting for unknown. Okay, I will look for that. I didn't know that. Thank you, because that's annoying. It's 4 o'clock every day. What does bear market mean? We don't like bear markets. Slow and steady down. We don't want that. Hey, BP, you are a member for a month now. Awesome. Look at the Dogecoin chart from 1025 to 1113. $10.25 to 11.13. $10.25 to 11.13. There's $10.25 on the dip, 13 cents. To November 13th, we peaked up at 30 cents, 230%. Yeah. Now, there was a reason for that, right? It didn't just happen randomly. But that is true. It did go up 230% over those 3 weeks. There was the anticipation leading up to the US presidential election. Then we had the election. And then we had Elon and Doge, right? So Dogecoin pumped 230%. Now, Bitcoin in that same period, right? What was the dates? 1025 to November 13th. 38%. So yeah, Dogecoin outperformed Bitcoin quite a bit in that period of time. Ah, those were fun times, weren't they? Good times. This is what I said wasn't going to happen to Bitcoin. It's not going to do that. I've read X through it, just in case you're worried. Still red on the week. I don't think we're going to get back up to 20.5 to turn green. But 20 cents will be nice. Hey, Gurinder, how are you today? Tax season, also known as how I lost my ledger in a boating accident. Yeah, Gurinder, I think we've accomplished 19 cents and secured it. Green for October. Yes, Nelson. Hi, Israel. How are you? Conspiracy theorists. There's a lot of them out there. Maramello, are you one too? Christoph posted his dinner on the community just now. You've been telling me about the setting? I never got that. Unknown. Maybe there was a mistranslation somewhere. Oh. Coming back from a break, I missed the 17-cent dip. It is amazing how many have just been so bearish and are convinced all the crypto prices are going down. And I mean, even on Friday, they're like, oh, it's going to go down over the weekend. And it actually didn't. It went up. What happens when gold hits its top? In my opinion, all this gold hype is emotion-driven, people flocking to it for flight to safety. Gold for me is only a store of value. Yes. So what happens? Gold will stop rising. Money will flow into Bitcoin. Bitcoin and crypto are going to go up. That's what happens. RR posted sourdough buns on the community. I was so happy with how round I was able to make them. Boy, I should just be a food channel. Forget crypto. We're just going to do food. I know. It's my AI girlfriend. It's my AI girlfriend. We also have Doge ETFs. Possibly Bitcoin new all-time highs. We've got a week and a half until the US Fed FOMC meeting. They're going to lower interest rates. We've got Trump and Xi Jinping meeting to try and settle their trade differences. I mean, there's a lot going on. We just got to get there without too much pain. But this weekend has been good. Are there any tokens that pique my interest? Any tokens? Well, I own Pengu tokens and I own BONK tokens. Those are the two I'm still looking for a flyer on. But there's nothing new that I'm not already in that I really care about. Oh, and X payments too. Yes. Am I holding all of my Doge long term? No, maybe about half. Maybe about half. We'll see what Doge does. I mean, if Doge just piddles around here at 20 cents, I'll hold it longer term. But if it goes up, I'll probably take a little profit. But I'm going to hold some long term. SD, please stop posting that. All right? Post it one more time, and I'm going to boot you. We got it. All right? Your whole Rothschild thing. Awesome. Just stop. Stop. You like the backdrop, Joanna? Yeah, this is my office right here. Got a fireplace here behind me and bookshelves on the side. It's very nice. Nice place. Yuli, I always use platform app on my phone and now want to use computer instead. Can you tell me how to set up in computer and on my phone? I don't know what you're asking, Yuli. I don't know what you're asking. You use the platform app on your phone for what? I need a little more detail about specifically what you're trying to do, okay? Bitcoin and ETH has to go all-time highs before altcoins have their run. No all-time highs for both means no alt season. Bitcoin and ETH already hit all-time highs. Didn't ETH hit an all-time high already? I know Bitcoin did. Yes, Annie is my AI girlfriend until another one comes along. Until another one comes along. I hope Xi doesn't break Trump's heart. I hope not either. Would I buy Bitcoin right now? 108. If I was looking to buy Bitcoin, I would have already done it. Probably Friday, like those red candles, right? Those red candles leading into Friday morning. If I was looking to buy Bitcoin, I would have bought there at 105. Right now, no. I will wait and see more if there's more red candles. Again, that's when I buy, is on the red candles. The magnet is still up at 30 cents. I am not bringing it down. I should make a donut food channel. Not Krispy Kreme donuts, but KrissPax donuts. My own donuts. Have I made use of the fireplace? It's a gas fireplace. So all I got to do is like snap my fingers and it goes off. No, there's a little dial on it and it just works. Yeah, both did. That's what I thought. So I don't know what Anthony's talking about. Do you own NVIDIA stock? Yeah, I have like one share. Is it a bubble? Yeah, it's kind of a bubble. I mean, MicroStrategy has gone down huge. NVIDIA might as well. Way, way, way overbought, in my opinion. On the other hand, Anthony comes back with, on the other hand, this shutdown in the US is not helping. It's affecting government workers, affecting release of jobs and financial data. Yep, that is true. That's why I think tomorrow, right? We need to end it. Let's end it tomorrow. And we move on. And we move on. Hit the like button. Thank you. Just jumped on from dinner. Let's go, folks. I'll catch up later. All right, Gappy. Thank you. Also, when you guys are hitting the like button, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe as well. You don't want to miss a live stream. Kriss missed the crispy pun. Crispy pun. There was a crispy pun. I said KrissPax, didn't I? Crispy. Where was that? Yeah, I don't see it now. Scrolling, not scrolling, scrolling. Yeah, I missed that one. Oh, it was Matt's. The Krispy Kreme donut channel. Oh, not Krispy Kreme donut. Ah. Thanks. Got it. I have to talk about bear claws. The bear claw markets. Yeah, I don't eat those bear claws anymore. No, I'm on a much healthier food diet now, and I just avoid that stuff. Too much sugar, too much flour, just too much. Nope, 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 nope. Getting to be that age now where men their bellies tend to expand out. You start eating all that crap, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. I don't want one of those big old men bellies, I can't do that. I can't do that. So when you want to know who controls your country, think who you can't talk bad about. Oh. Hi, Adam. Beverage of the day? It's an iced tea day here. Iced tea today, Adam. I mowed the lawn. I'd cleaned up leaves yesterday, mowed the lawn today. Nice 70-degree day here in Boston. An iced tea. It's an iced tea kind of day. Doge to the moon. Let's go. I know, right? 1975. Here we go. Let's move it. Let's move it, Doge. Saw on the news that Indian central bank has been buying gold, now the 9th biggest holder of gold reserves. Yep, they can hold gold, sure. They can hold gold. LOL. Thank you, Matt. I missed that. Krispy Kreme. No bear claws for me, only bull claws, right? Bull claws. Okay, you trade crypto, Robinhood and Coinbase. Okay, that helps. On my phone, want to set up on a computer instead. Can I download apps on the computer, delete the app on the phone? You can, they're not apps on a computer. You just go to the websites. You can go to the Robinhood website, robinhood.com, or you go to the Coinbase website, coinbase.com, and you log in there with your login, and you can trade there. You'll get much better prices on Coinbase by using the advanced mode on the computer than you will trading on your phone. We showed that a number of weeks ago. Like that was like eye-opening for some people, like Charlotte, who had no idea you could actually do that. It was like, damn, could have gotten better prices all along. Coinbase. I have never seen the CME FedWatch tool at 99% certainty. Isn't that what it is now? Well, I think it's 100. I think it's actually 100 because you add the 25 and the 50 together, right? Yeah. It's 99% for a 25 basis point rate cut, and the other 1% is for a 50 basis point rate cut. 99 plus 1 is 100. It's a 100% chance of a rate cut. That's what it is. Sweet and sour like a tangerine, fresh like a box of the Krispy Kreme. Ah, TB. My look has changed, BP. My look has changed. Thinner, probably. You get that, Charlotte, in the cage. We must always have Krispy Kremes. In the cage, we must always have Krispy Kreme. Oh, for your restaurant. The pasta salad cafe. I got it. Not cage, cafe. Got it. Yes. You'll have the pasta salads and you'll have the Krispy Kremes. Awesome. You guys. Doge action is very good, right? Nice change of structure, I believe. Things are turning around. This is pretty good. BLS. releasing CPI next Friday during the shutdown. They're choosing to, meaning it must be good. Yeah, if someone's there to do the work. Central banks buy gold to set aside and hold. They don't trade it. Right. Store of value. Johnny says to Yeely, no reason to delete on your phone, but you can use Robinhood and Coinbase via your browser. Right. It's a browser, like Johnny says. But you can keep the apps on your phone too if you ever want to just look at your phone and review your portfolio. You can do that. Doge looks like it wants to do a banana zone. I know. Got to get the government back. Get the SEC folks back. And let's get those ETFs rolling. Come on. Come on. It was 100 yesterday. Yeah, it's hot where you are. 70 degrees in Boston is pretty nice. Second half of October. It's nice. Yep, Charlotte didn't know that. Kriss remembers everything. Yep. It's just, one of those things. Yes. Basama Rajama, thank you for the super chat, my friend. Tomorrow will the shutdown end? I want it to. But things are beyond my control. Things are beyond my control. My whole thesis on it was yesterday, all the Democrat politicians would be at these No Kings rallies, right? Saying all the crap they want to say, be on the record, right? I said this and this and this and this. And then Monday, they all get together. They pass the continuing resolution. Government is opened up, and they can still blame each other. So the rate cut is priced in already, though. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're not, Gurinder. That's just one of those sayings, right? It's already priced in. Well, is it? For retail traders, if they bought and sold gold, where does the money go? Yeah, I don't know. Crypto. My old man belly makes my Speedo stand out more. Oh. There you go. Oh, man. Krispy Kreme. Not Kriss's Krispy Kreme, just Krispy Kreme. I learned that. Oh my God, you guys are too funny. Looks like someone is lining up rate cuts, end of government shutdown, tariff solution, ETFs, like all of this, right? Right near the end of the month. Trifecta, let's go. All right, so Joanna and Charlotte are planning this pasta salad cafe. It must have a huge flat screen TV so the customers can watch the KrissPax live stream. Right over my own table. Why would you buy gold right now? I know, we looked yesterday during the live stream of all these people buying gold. And you're buying the top, dudes. You're buying the tops. That's when you know gold is in a bubble. That's exactly the sign gold is in a bubble. Silver too. The AI bubble, I don't think it's a bubble. I think it's just a growing new technology that's going to continue to grow. Not a bubble. Oh, the 100 was for the rate cut. Oh, sorry. It was out of context. Yeah, 11:15. That's what you said. if the shutdown drags on, even past like the middle of November, and it's the longest shutdown in history, that's bad. That's bad. Hambone, thanks for the super chat. Dogecoin to $1. Boy, that'd be nice, right? That's what Mag said. This morning on my video, I showed the Mag's chart. He shows Dogecoin every now and then. It was like Dogecoin to $1. Is the 7,000% growth that Dogecoin has had over the past 5 years an indication of the growth it could have over the next? No, it isn't. That was a special moment in time. There's what I call the law of diminishing returns, Matt. The law of diminishing returns. When the market cap grows, the return percentages shrink. Okay? It's happening with Bitcoin and it's happening with Dogecoin. Not going to be the same percentage gains. Bitcoin's not going to go up 700% again in a 5-year period. I don't know. We'll see. But not from here. I mean, that 700% gets it to $1 million for Bitcoin. Eventually it will, but will it in 5 years? Don't know. But Kriss's cream pasta salad. Extra long noodles. Right. Russia, China think US is going to do some funky accounting with crypto to alleviate the debt. Yep. There's a path to do it. There is a path to do it. And the beauty of it is all stable coins. And that's what they're doing. We'll see if it works. Let's see if it works. Oh, Anthony, I didn't just tell you. I put it in a video. Minimum 35 cents. It's in a video. It's recorded. I can't take that back. Hey, I don't get every month right. Get a lot of them right. Basama, the poly market is showing November 15th. Yep, that's what the bettors are saying. The bettors don't believe that it's going to be solved anytime soon. So that's where the odds are. I get that. I'm a little more hopeful, probably wrongly so. Probably because I think it would be fun that I'm the only one predicting the government shutdown is going to end tomorrow. And yeah, I'll go with that. Make or break my reputation. Nope. I've been totally wrong before, Anthony, and it'll happen again. This is edutainment. You do know that, right, Anthony? This KrissPax channel is edutainment. Will we continue to go up tomorrow? Sure. No, it's going to be a bumpy ride. Either tonight or tomorrow, there's going to be a pullback. Sunday night, Monday morning, there always is. So it's not going to be straight up. I don't think so. Doge is giving you FOMO. Christoph thinks it'll go past 36. I think AI is a bubble in a sense that it'll crash hard in price. But what's going to crash hard in price? You think like NVIDIA making chips? Does that crash? I don't know what you're talking about. What's going to crash? What's AI? You think Google and Facebook are going to crash because they're investing so much money in AI? There's not an AI like company other than OpenAI, which isn't even supposed to be a for-profit company. I heard you said not good to have a platform app on a phone. There's a chance somebody can hack in your phone and take your crypto. Well, what I'm saying is you must have two-factor authentication on your apps on your phone, right? And get into your phone, you should always at least have a passcode. Don't just turn on your phone and it's on, right? You should at least have a passcode, but a face recognition is much better, right? More secure. It's okay to have apps on your phone, just don't have it open. And same with your computer too. Just be careful. Don't click on links and like emails you get on your computer. Don't click the links ever, because you have no idea. That could automatically download something that starts tracing your keyboard, strokes and things like that. It's all sorts of stuff like that out there. It's just being careful. Yeah, I think they both blink and they both blame each other, but they solve it. That's what I think, Anthony. The dollar Doge rolls off the tongue nicely, doesn't it? Someday we'll get there. I know, Fetterman's like the only one that has any common sense. The rest of them are just plain politics. If the shutdown ends tomorrow, then it will validate my theory that Kriss is a wizard. Yes. God, I want that to happen so bad now. Oh, I know, but Anthony says my reputation is going to be in the toilet if Doge doesn't get to at least 35 cents by the end of October. The toilet, I tell you. It's in the toilet. That's what I said. He didn't say that. I said that. What did he say? It's ruined, right? It'll make or break my reputation. That's what he said. Agreed. Pull back overnight and then we climb. It's one or the other. Either we maintain overnight and then it's going to be a Monday drop, or overnight tonight. Just so FOMO doesn't turn into FAFO. I know, right? There's a lot of FAFOs out there going on. People are just doing dumb things. They get found out. So the stocks of NVIDIA, Oracle, CoreWeave, Microsoft, Google, Facebook. Investing way too much. Yeah, that's what I thought. I kind of talked my way into that, but I don't think they're in a bubble like that. Could they pull back? Sure. I mean, we already saw MicroStrategy pull back. That was overvalued. But I mean, this AI thing is a big deal. It's a big deal. How do you make money when you buy stablecoins? In a bear market, it keeps your value of your portfolio from going down. No, you're just supposed to use stablecoins as a place to hold your money until you need to buy something, or that's all. And it's backed by the US government 1-to-1. So it keeps the dollar strong. That's the whole theory. Superpowers if the government shuts, or the shutdown ends tomorrow. All right. Boy, it's getting bigger and bigger, isn't it? Superpowers. Wizard. I love it. What percentage, Matt? I've not really measured it, but I'll take it. What happens to the global economy if the US clears its debt with crypto? I have no idea. This has never been done before. We have no idea how this is going to be taken around the world. The world divides us, Doge unites us. I like that, Orhan. That's a good one. We need the 20th to create some havoc. Just imagine how cool it would be. Woohoo! Woohoo! Right. You don't make money buying stable coins. They're stable coins. You only use those to transfer money between platforms. and to hold if you think there's going to be a big bear market, big stock crash, right? You buy stables. Stables still inflate away over time, though, right? It's tied to the dollar. Dollar is a fiat that inflates away. So the only time to be holding it is really short term for transfers, like Johnny says, or in a bear market. Bear market. Well, I mean, Obamacare still works, right? Nothing better has come up. So there's nothing better that's come up yet. So Obamacare is still working. But the add-ons that were made need to be repealed. That's what they're fighting over. Were the add-ons. Everyone's head will explode. Where'd all the debt go? Sold your other crypto, trying to have less baskets. Yeah, that's my goal too. That's my goal too. I want to sell all my other crypto at the top. But mine not Doge and Sheep. Mine's Doge and Bitcoin. Correct, Ely. It's good to have the app on your phone, but not trade on the phone. Exactly. Robinhood trading on the phone actually isn't bad, but Coinbase is. But you want to make sure they're locked down, secure as they can be. Whatever the highest security is on those apps, set it. Absolutely. Just to be safe. The M2 is still bullish. Yes. I'm buying it. M2 is still bullish. United States is going to go from quantitative tightening to quantitative easing. Right? That's all good. Those are not bear market outlooks. I'm trying to fix my debt with crypto. Not really global scale. Right. Correct, Johnny. Obamacare is mid as healthcare, but far superior to what we had before. But that's what we got now, so. Scared for your first ever bear market. So my plan is just hold in Robinhood Gold and USDC on Coinbase. So at least I'm getting some interest. But I'm not going to be like BONK and Pengu. I would not be holding for 4 more years. No, I would not. I think those will be cyclical and they're going to just do a big nosedive sometime in the bear market. Not holding them. Sell them, put that money into USDC on Coinbase or just as buying power on Robinhood. So they are earning interest, but I'm not losing money. Would I sell Bitcoin to buy more Doge? Well, I would have. Last June was the time. But I mean, I hold more Doge than Bitcoin anyway. But this was the thesis here. Was down at the bottom of this Doge versus Bitcoin chart, right at the base of this orange line right there. Actually, right now at 18, it's below 20. It's probably a good time right here. If there's any a good time. Because I think we're going to have these big green candles that are going to come up where Doge is going to outperform Bitcoin by a lot. I think that's going to happen again. And you'll have better returns with Dogecoin than Bitcoin. Again, this is just if you're looking to take profits on one or the other over the next few months. For long term, I'd keep the Bitcoin because in a bear market, Bitcoin will outperform Doge, and the Doge BTC chart goes down in a bear market. So it depends on what your investing goals are and what you're thinking of doing. But in a short term, if you're looking to take profits over the next couple months, I think you're better off holding Doge than Bitcoin right now. Just another one of my theses. Ryan's not here to make fun of my word theses. We're going to pump on the Doge soon. It's coming, slowly building. There'll be another shakeout, right? And people will get tired and they'll sell it and they'll be out and they'll miss out. No, Trump loves having the government shut down right now. He loves it. It's cutting jobs, cutting programs. There's no one to stop him. He loves it. He's seeing how useless a lot of the government is because things are still working, things are still happening. Anthony, I told you where to put it. USDC on Coinbase gives you interest better than a bank savings account. Better than a bank savings account. So it's where you're parking your money, not just Tether. Tether's not going to give you anything, but USDC on Coinbase is going to give you something, and it's better than what you get in a bank. And there's no banks involved. That's your goal too? Don't have too many cryptos? Yeah, I had way too many cryptos a year ago. I had like 25, 28 cryptos, something like that. It was way too many. My spreadsheets were just unmanageable. Right, but if you've got USDC, you can move that faster than you can move from your bank. It's faster. My channel is going to keep running him up. Keep running. I was here in the last bear market. We were buying crypto. 2.5 years ago, we were here buying crypto of the dips. Not many people were here, but those that were did all right. Thank you, Christoph. Right, exactly, Johnny. Bonk and Pengu. You bought early in the day of the great flash crash. Bought my average way down. Definitely going to be out by year's end. Yep, keeping your Doge. Except same, exactly the same, Johnny. My journey with Doge. How did my journey with Doge begin? I first heard about Dogecoin in July of 2020. I was aware of Bitcoin since 2018, but that was bear market. And I was like, yeah, I'm not buying that. It already topped out and it was going down. And then I didn't give it another thought. I was doing stock swing trading. And somewhere someone said something about Doge. I didn't know what it was. And in July 2020, there were a bunch of TikTokers who were trying to pump Dogecoin and saying if everybody on TikTok bought $10 of Doge, everybody, then it would pump the price to $1 and everybody would become rich. And at that time, Doge was trading at 0.003. So it's less than a third of a penny for Doge. It actually went up to like 0.0045. So it went up like 70 or 80%, but then it turned around and dropped back. The pump didn't last. And I kind of watched it, but I didn't buy any. because I was into stocks at the time. I was doing small cap stocks, swing trading, things like that. But I watched it. And then in December, Elon tweeted something, and it got my attention to Doge again. But again, I was doing stock swing trading. I wasn't into crypto, but I could see that there were some gains being made there. And then on like January 28th, I made a big stock swing trade on, I don't even remember what it was. And it was on Robinhood. And I had raised my Robinhood account from like $9,000 to $10,000. And I was following this whole thing going on with GameStop and AMC. And that's that whole, the big short squeeze on GameStop was going on. And I was really interested in buying into that. But again, I was successful doing my swing trading. I'd started with like $2,000, $2,500, and I'd raised it all to $10,000 over 6 months of swing trading. And I was like, wow, this is really good. This is cool. And I was looking to buy, I was going to buy AMC, I think, because I thought GameStop by then had already topped, but it did keep going up. But that's exactly the time where the buy button was getting suppressed on Robinhood. You couldn't buy any more GameStop, and you couldn't buy any more AMC. And so was watching all of that happen on Reddit, was following, and then someone on Reddit had posted early on the morning of January 29th that, well, if we can't pump GameStop and we can't pump AMC, let's look for something else that's being heavily shorted. Eventually, part of that thread led to Bed Bath & Beyond and Nokia, and I think there was a third company that was also being heavily shorted. But then someone said Dogecoin was the most heavily shorted crypto. It was Dogecoin. And someone else said, well, let's all go and buy Dogecoin and let's pump Dogecoin. And I went back and I looked at the price. And the price of Dogecoin during that time had gone from 1 cent up to 2 cents. It had doubled in price. And I was like, whoa. So I bought 500,000 Dogecoin. That was my first crypto buy. Was 500,000 Dogecoin at 2 cents. So that was my $10,000. I put it all into Doge. And by that, and that was like at, I don't know, 10 in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning. By like 10 o'clock that night, that $10,000 was $40,000. I was like, wow, okay. So that was my initiation into crypto, was that. That's how my journey with Doge began. Now, I had my YouTube channel. I was doing stock swing trading videos. And then I made a Dogecoin video that totally blew up. It got hundreds of thousands of views. It went viral. I was like, well, okay. I think I'm going to become a Dogecoin channel now. And that's how it started. That was it. Because the stock swing trading videos weren't, I mean, they weren't that heavily watched. I don't remember how many views I was getting on them. But to get hundreds of thousands of views on just a video that was titled, I just bought Dogecoin. That was the title. And it got hundreds of thousands of views. I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So that was it. Good times. I own so much BONK, it looks like I'm stuck. We'll see what happens. See if we get a run on meme coins again. I have to stay focused, Mr. Opposite. No, the pump was for the pump token. It didn't say everything was going to pump, Anthony. I use my Ledger Flex for security key for my Coinbase. I don't know how to do that. I just have my Coinbase on two-factor authentication. You can't do anything without verifying. We'll all be here in the bear. We'll be talking food. There's always food to talk about. I can wait 4 more years, but I'd rather not. Go back to Poland. Really, Christoph? You guys going to go to Poland? So the reason for the app on your phone is it's just a caution, Yili. All it is a caution. It's not a big thing. If you're satisfied that your phone is safe enough, then keep using your phone. It's not a big deal. Just be safe. That's all. That's my only point. Okay. It's my only point. You're not selling any Doge, so I don't pay any tax. Well, at some point in time, you're going to do something with your Dogecoin, right? I mean, if you just keep buying and holding forever, then what's the use? What's the story? Yeah, I agree with that, Anthony. The next bear market will not be very deep. I call it a half bear market, Anthony. I agree with you. A half bear market. Percentage-wise, we're not going to see a 70% drop in Bitcoin. Thank you. It's quite a story. Thank you, Orhan. Orhan was there, bought Doge at the top. Never took you for a swing trader. I was stock swing trading, which I still do. Now I'm a little down right now on the zone, but I did on Monday last week. I did a swing trade on TBH and I made $1,200. $1,200. And that was like in 4 hours. So I still do that with stocks. Crypto's hard. Stocks are easier. Although I did put that money back into zone, Clean Core, and Clean Core went down during the week. So I'm hoping Clean Core gets their act together and turns back around next week. Doesn't always work, but my dad bought $30,000 of AMC, was up to like 90,000 and didn't sell, and then ended up losing thousands. Greed got him. Well, that's a good story, right, Johnny? Good learning story right there. Yeah, a lot of people did that. I also basically bought near the top for that period, then went into the red, and now it's paying off. There you go. Thank you, Duchess. Maramello. Those days were crazy fun. I want to be back. I want to see it again. Crazy Doge. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? You miss Poland? Since 2019, last time you were back there? You asking me, Scott? What did I risk? In regards to what? Dogecoin is safer. I think it will be. I mean, better than those meme tokens, because those meme tokens don't do anything. There's stuff being built on Doge. Doge has utility. Doge has a community that does more than just be a community, but actually uses Dogecoin. Not like the other meme token communities that, I mean, they just don't do anything. So they're going to get killed the next bear market. I don't think Dogecoin is going to get killed as bad. Let's put it that way. It'll go down. It's still a meme coin, but utility continues to be built. We've got it in Dogecoin treasuries now. We've got like all this stuff being built. So that's a good sign. ETH was not able to hold $4,000. Couldn't hold it. Back to $39.90. So being a little stubborn. Bitcoin did not hold 109. It's trying to hold 109,000. Bitcoin's being a little stubborn. So we got a little fading going on right now on a Sunday evening. Little fading going on. Where's XRP? 239. Some will say that's a good price to buy. 239. But everything's in the green. Oh, look, Fetch is starting to come back up. I didn't see Fetch going up today. But now it's going to drop back down. Oh, well. Bitcoin dominance is just holding steady, 59.5. Just going sideways. Doge dominance going back up. We like that. Doge dominance. Let's go. Hit the like button. Doge will moon in November. Let's go. LFG, let's go. Calling it now, Nick. $10 Doge. You're not specified. Yeah, let's get those shorts. Exactly. And Bitcoin. Yeah. I just have 2 of those 3. I will sell my XRP. I will be done. I will be out. Just Doge and Bitcoin. I'm not going to go chasing other tokens. I made good money already. I'll take the win. I'll take the win. Jasmy was my best trade on a percentage basis, was Jasmy this cycle. A 10x on Jasmy. Right now, out of my current portfolio, it's XRP. The one I hate the most. But it's only 1,200 XRPs. It's not a lot, but it's like, yeah. Oh, Jasmy's so fun to say. Jasmy. 19.3, slap and go. E. Fernandez, my end of year Dogecoin prediction. I made a video back on January 1st, 10 months ago, called my Dogecoin 2025 price prediction. So go watch that. That is still in play. That video is still in play. If Doge goes to $10, I promise to take off my clothes and run around in Times Square. Anthony, do we really want to see that? Do we really want to see that? So Julian, I only swing trade stocks. I do not swing trade crypto. I have in the past done some swing trades. I've done Dogecoin. I've done a few others. Sometimes there are setups where you see like these big green candles in a bear market, like when Elon bought Twitter in late 2022. That was the perfect time to swing trade Doge because you knew the big pump was going to dump back down. So when you think it's near the top of that pump, you sell and you buy back in when it goes back down. That's it. That's my strategy for crypto. But it's hard in a market like this where you're starting to see recovery from previous drops. You don't know if it's going to go back down or not. I have no idea Doge is going to go back in the 18s or not. This isn't the time of the market to be doing swing trading. Now, some will say, oh, you could have done it in July and you could have done it in September. Yeah, you could have, but you didn't know it was going to go down because we're in a bull market overall, part of the bull cycle. But in a bear, and you get a big pump out of a piece of news, particularly involving Elon Musk for Dogecoin, when everything else isn't going up, but Doge is, that's the time to swing trade Doge. And that's what I did. And I almost doubled my swing trade amount of Dogecoin when I did that. So, but it's hard because you don't know where it's going to go. You've only got about 3,000 XRP. Yeah, I've got 1,260 or something. But hey, it's up 400%. Well, not anymore. Now it's like 3 something. Ciao, Stuntman. Nick is going to run with, oh man, the two of you together in Times Square? Butt naked, really? Is it time to sell gold? Well, you know, you see the craziness going on. It's probably, I mean, let's see whether we get another little run here, but maybe sell half HEMA. Maybe this is one of those things where you don't, it's not all or nothing, right? You take your profits on half of your gold and you put that into Bitcoin or Doge, and you keep the other half in gold. That's what I would do if I had a big chunk of gold right now. That's what I would do. I would sell half. Keep the other half in gold in case gold keeps going up. You don't know what's going to happen. And the other half would go into like Doge and Bitcoin. If I was doing that, that's what I would do. Joanna, you're praying I'm right tomorrow? Government shutdown ends? I want that to happen. If I was buying gold, I don't even know. I don't know how I would buy gold. I've never considered buying gold. Stocks and crypto is what I buy. Bear markets, stable coins, interest bearing. I don't buy gold. Swinging crypto does not work reliably in my experience. 95% of my swing stock trades this year. Yep. But crypto? Yeah. Exactly. And it's hard to explain to people, but you don't get as great gains on the stock swing trades as you do on when you hit it on a crypto swing trade. But yeah, you're like 95%. That's awesome. I'm probably 75 to 80%, I would guess. Maybe 90. I don't know. I don't really track it like that. But generally, I sell for profits. Hey, Sunshine, how are you? What's up, Doge family? For gold, Anthony, this is parabolic. Look at that. That, my friends, is a parabolic run right there. When it, I mean, just look, right? It's going up. Oh, I get that into the white. It's going up. And then it just turns higher and higher and higher and higher. That is a parabola, which makes it parabolic. So that acceleration up over 4,000 was parabolic. So good sign to sell. At least some. Take some profit. This white line here is what I predicted is the next move for gold. And so far, it's following it pretty well. I don't think it's going to go back below 4,000. I think it's going to kind of tail out sideways here at about 4,200 into November. This is my guess, my prediction for gold. I don't think it's going to like totally tank, but I don't think it's going to turn around and make new all-time highs over the next couple weeks. I think there's too many good things coming. Now, if the US government shutdown continues, if Israel and Hamas, right, the peace plan ends and they start fighting again, right, and Ukraine-Russia war continues, like all this stuff, that's not good. And we might see gold then turn around and come back up. But right now, all of those things are looking like one by one, they're going to be solved. And together with the rate cuts and, you know, the US-China trade thing possibly getting solved, more ETFs, you know, for different altcoins are out. That's all good things. So I don't think gold is going to be zooming up again, in my opinion. Smash them, guys. Like and subscribe. Thank you. You're trying to swing BONK and Pengu over the next couple months. Yeah, I'm just holding and waiting until a top, and then I'm selling for profit. I hate XRP, but now I have to buy some just in case. That's sad, isn't it? That's really sad. We need Charlotte to run with us in Times Square. You'll settle for Krista. You think gold is going to go up to 4,500? I think it already had its top. But we'll see. Yeah, I can't even think like that, Johanna. Because it's not going to happen. So I don't think about that. The 20th, baby. I know, it's so close. No, those long lines were for buying, Maramello. They were buying gold, not selling. Those were buyers trying to get rid of their fiat in other countries. That was in Vietnam, that was in Singapore, that was Australia. Those were the lines we were looking at. They wanted gold. Yeah, how's George's Clash token doing, Francisco? I don't watch it. I know it's there, but I don't watch it. We need a mega Godzilla green candle. Very parabolic for gold, right? I would not be buying gold right now. The top of the parabola, that's not the time to buy. Exactly. The end of the parabolic run sets crypto up for people rotating out of gold. And we want to see a Doge chart like that. Yes. That's what we're here for. In the 2025 prediction video, you said $1.80 in around November. Right. But what were the conditions of that? What were the conditions of that, right? I actually had 2 price predictions, if you recall. There was one price prediction if we didn't get Elon Musk X with Dogecoin. The $1.80 was if X actually started X payments, X money, and had Doge on it, right? Catalysts. That's what I said. But I had the other number if it didn't, because Dogecoin runs on catalysts. It needs news of its own. It doesn't just run on its own like that. How did the flash crash happen? Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about that. Totally artificial. No, what happened was because the market makers were manipulating the price so fast that the liquidity ran out on Binance. And so, Bitcoin still had liquidity, but the alts didn't. So as soon as they got through the so-called fake liquidity on the order books, then the prices did a nosedive. The only thing keeping everything from going to zero were people trying to buy, but at that time the buy button was suppressed. So as more people sold, the price decline accelerated. Eventually, they allowed buying again, and some people bought the bottom. It stopped the free fall, and then the order books came back. Crazy day that was. And we were live for it right here, right when it happened. I didn't know all of that, that I just said at the time. I didn't know that's what was happening. I guess I'll just buy more Doge. With day trading, I only win 20% of my trades, but my losses are small, my wins are big. Yeah, I don't do day trading. Now, every once in a while, there's a swing trade that ends up being a one-day thing, like I did last Monday. $1,200 in 4 hours. I was like, okay, I'm good. Book it. Christoph. Or 2. Yeah. I got that. You have those 2, Nick? You're dad-shaped. Nope, you're not crazy, Orhan. Nope, not crazy. That's what happened. I talked about it last weekend. I went over it in detail because I found the evidence, showed it, we walked through it. It was like, yep, that's what happened. It wasn't the Trump-China tariff thing. That was just a trigger. Manipulated by Binance in Wintermute. If you don't know what Wintermute is, just grok Wintermute, look it up, and you'll see they're the market makers. And then you'll be like, oh, right. Because Binance and CZ wanted to take out Hyperliquid. They weren't able to. Hyperliquid was too small, or too strong, We'll never forget that stream. That was crazy. Which CME gap, Benjamin? The big one that I know is down at 94,000 on Bitcoin. It's still there. It's still there, and it will not be closed. So all of those that say the CME gaps always have to be closed, no, they don't. Watch the stream again, hands on head. I know, right? I was like, I remember just watching it, saying, sorry, guys, because I had no idea it was bad. Yeah, there it is. Sorry, guys. Exactly. Oh, yeah. Yep, Adam, that's exactly right. The Saturday morning video, and then the first like 20 or 30 minutes of the Sunday live stream. I went through all of that. The flash crashed. If the government was serious and made a thorough investigation, they should be able to identify. But they can't, the US government can't touch Binance, though. It's a worldwide thing. Binance isn't here in the United States. So they get away with it. That's it. That's how crypto's been. They just do it again and again and again because they can't be touched unless there's something involved with the United States. CZ finally got caught on something that involved the United States, and he went to jail. Yes, Chaos Boy. Somebody in this earlier said that a big wallet made a big short position. Doesn't mean it'll work. Doesn't mean. Your life got shorter over that stream. Yeah. Yep. And they're like, let's do it for real. And they did. The crash made me go for an 8-mile walk. That was crazy, no doubt. That was crazy. Hey, it's a Sunday night, guys. I'm going to call it a stream. I hope everyone has a good rest of your Sunday. And we'll see what Monday brings. We'll see how it goes. I'll have a video in the morning. We'll see what's going on. And then my typical Monday afternoon live stream. I hope to see you there. Always like and subscribe. Appreciate that. Following up, if you have any other thoughts, all of my live streams become videos on my channel. So you can always add more comments on the video. Appreciate it if you do. I hope everyone has a great evening. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.